We all kind of hope for something to come about when it's our favorite brand or what have you, right? Or maybe our favorite team, even. Like maybe you're a sports fan or maybe you're a race car fan or something, and you want something good to happen to your favorite team after something bad happened. Look, I'm a Baltimore Ravens fan, and, this year was sort of a nightmare. You start off, you know, being 8-3, and then you lose the rest of your games, and your star quarterback is out to end the year, and it's just really a bad situation. Um, but you hope for better the next time around. You make some key plays, or you get some new players, or change some schemes around and things like that. I think that's what mostly all of us are looking for. But when it comes to video game consoles, Microsoft will do something and Sony will do something, and it's always very interesting to see how us as fans react to that. And it's like we expect Sony to come out and do something big, and I don't know if things are actually that way, but it's not even just me. It's not even like I'm not even speculating per se. This is like the media and even mainstream media sort of speculating. I think that we're past the time where gaming is looked at as sort of a niche thing, and it's just like everybody kind of is interested in it, and people are wondering what's going to happen next. I mean, that's making big waves. The fact that Microsoft bought Activision, and people are questioning, hey, what's going to happen next? Apple is going to possibly be coming into the fold with their own console. What's going to happen with that? Like, Apple has a lot of fans, so I don't know, but I do want to get into this subject because I felt like it was worthwhile, and it seems like something that everybody's talking about, and I just wanted to give my 2 cents on it. So it's going to be a topic you don't want to miss, a video that's going to be pretty damn good. Hey, what's up, everybody? I'm the Crap Gamer, and of course, this is Crap Gamer Reviews, your home for gaming news, opinions, reviews, and much more. You'll probably notice some changes around here, but hopefully that doesn't stop you from giving us a like and possibly even consider subscribing if you haven't already done so. Thank you so much for choosing to spend some of your free time with me today. It means the world. And like I said before, if you're really looking for something to, you know, show some love, then a simple like is really all I ask, honestly. Yes, you can subscribe. Yes, you can tell friends or whatever. But if you didn't know, when it comes to YouTube, liking stuff is basically how your stuff gets seen. So yeah, I definitely would hope for that. So with that being said, this was an article that I saw and I came across, and it was actually from HollywoodReporter.com, and I will link this in the description. You guys can check it out. And it basically goes on to say that Sony's favorite acquisition target is likely EA, according to this, and PlayStation could also be looking to buy Ubisoft or Take-Two. Now, what's interesting in here is I've already heard different kind of videos. I've done different videos. Well, listen, for a company to be sold, they need to really have, they need to have the want to be sold, first of all. I think that's the thing that people will have to kind of understand, right? So if we look at Activision, they were in a ripe spot for a buyout because of the situation that kind of happened with the allegations and things like that, and the poor workplace. You're looking at a place that could have been totally gutted and shut down at some point within the next couple of years because people didn't want to work there. And if people aren't going to work there, how are you going to get your games out? How are you going to make money? That's honestly the way these things goes. Now, EA, I don't think EA wants to sell. They make, what I'm saying, they make money. Ubisoft is in a very tough situation. They are ripe for takeover as well, or buyout. Simply put, they're under a lot of the same issues that Activision was, but for much, much, much less. And honestly, their games have fallen off target so much. They're closing down their they had a battle royale game. I didn't even remember this game or know anybody that played it, but they're shutting that down already after like 16 months or 18 months or whatever. And their games are just getting worse and worse, it seems like, right? And they're all into NFTs and this kind of stuff. So really, they're kind of giving a big screw you to a lot of the players and things like that. So they're probably one that's ripe for takeover. Take-Two is one that comes up a lot because obviously GTA, people really want GTA, and I think the interesting part about that aspect is, why would Take-Two want to sell, first of all, right? And yes, they're only valued at, 18, 19 billion, and I say only, but they just purchased Zynga for 12 billion. So it goes to show you that those public things that you can Google probably are off the mark. You know, just saying. So I mean, to get them would probably be pretty expensive. But I wanted to get into this article because I found it to be very interesting, and it says basically, will Hollywood streaming ambition lead to big gaming buys as Microsoft snaps up Activision Blizzard for 68.7 billion to shore up its streaming platform, and Netflix also enters into the sector. Sony or even Disney may be next to strike a deal. In May 2016, Disney sent shockwaves through the video game sector when it ended its stint as a publisher of console titles. It said transition exclusively to a licensed model. It later replicated that move in the mobile game space and let outside studios create projects built on its IP like Star Wars, Marvel, and Pixar. We are good at making movies and television shows and theme parks and cruise ships and the like, said then CEO Bob Iger back in 2019. We have just never managed to demonstrate such skill on publishing side of games. Most Hollywood giants have similarly retreated from video game ambitions. NBC Universal shut down its game studios in 2019. It just goes on to show you some will take a bigger gaming footprint than others. Warner's Mortal Kombat 12 is great IP, but it has good value. The rest of what makes money is a licensed product. But some Wall Street observers question whether the rise of streaming video game services and gaming wave could sweep Hollywood players into a bigger sector. By motivating them to double down on their own offerings. Alternatively, exit it for a lack of scale. As the old adage suggests, go big or go home. That has been true for the broader gaming sector. A few weeks into 2022, and two gaming mega deals have put Wall Street focused squarely on what increasingly feels like an M&A free-for-all. Microsoft unveiled a $68.7 billion takeover of gaming publisher Activision Blizzard on January 18th, 8 days after Take-Two's Interactive's $12.7 billion deal to acquire mobile game powerhouse Zynga. Microsoft's biggest deal ever, targeted to close in 2023, will bring together Satya Nadella-led Giants Xbox game platform and Xbox Game Studios with such Activision franchises as Call of Duty, Warcraft, and Tony Hawk, creating one of the world's biggest gaming companies. The Activision mega deal is, among other clauses, seen as helping Microsoft growing Xbox Game Pass subscription service that costs $10 to $15 a month depending on the tier, as it looks to become the Netflix of gaming. Meanwhile, Chinese conglomerate Tencent has online portal WeGame, while Sony PlayStation division is expected to launch a new untitled service to compete later in 2022, codenamed Spartacus, by the way, and Netflix itself is trying to become a rival in the game space. On the M&A front, Sony is the name that has gotten a lot of attention given its video game business accounts for more profit, $3.1 billion annually, than its film unit, which only gets $762 million. Sony lost $20 billion in market value after the news of the Activision Blizzard deal, but it said it expects Microsoft to keep Activision franchises available on its PlayStation. Analyst Michael Pachter argued on January 18th, note that it was likely that regulators will restrict the terms of the combination and require Microsoft to continue to offer Activision Blizzard and perhaps other games to Sony under substantially the same terms that has been offered in the past. But others worry, is there any other way to look at this than Microsoft desiring exclusivity for Call of Duty, Overwatch, and Diablo? Cowen's Doug Crewitz asked on January 18th, we don't think so, saying Sony's response will be the one to watch. Clay Griffin wrote, Sony's portfolio of exclusive intellectual property, Spider-Man, God of War, Horizon Forbidden West, etc., has been hugely helpful to Sony's platform, but a Microsoft-Activision combination significantly ups the ante. But the tech giants beyond Microsoft are also in focus as potential buyers. It's not an unreasonable position to claim that game publishers are attractive candidates for big tech companies that have financial brawn to make the metaverse happen, but perhaps don't have ready-made IP or core competency in producing gaming content. That will be required for mass market acceptance, according to him. The balance sheets of big tech, all the equal, wouldn't even notice acquiring these companies. Some wonder whether a big Sony buy is the answer, but also note that recent deals have driven up several targets' market values, such as Electronic Arts, maker of Madden, FIFA, NHL, and Medal of Honor franchises, and Ubisoft, the Assassin's Creed and Just Dance home. Take-Two, publisher of Grand Theft Auto, could also be attractive if Sony wants to join the M&A tussle. For Sony, EA is likely to be the favorite. A team of analysts at Enders Analysis argued January 19th, but with EA's market value at about $37 billion, Ubisoft and Take-Two may be far cheaper to buy. Meanwhile, they see EA as a possible bold play for Bob Chapek at Disney, which is focused on licensing games rather than creating them in-house. A great way for Disney to build upon its digital future and for them to step outside Bob Iger's shadow would be to buy EA. So there's a lot of things going on right now. with the talk of this stuff, and I think people are very much kind of running with it. Is something going to happen? Yes. Is it something like, this big? I think that's something that, we'll have to kind of wait and see. But I do find it to be very interesting, to say the least, because obviously everybody has kind of a take on this. Sony will have to do something, because, like they say, it does look like a lot of people are jumping into this whole metaverse type thing, and not only just the metaverse, but also just the idea of, having something and buying ready-made IP. It's going to be interesting to see. I could definitely see Sony picking up some smaller ones, maybe a Capcom or a Square, or maybe a Ubisoft. I don't know. It's going to be very interesting to look at the future, but I would love to hear your guys' thoughts down below. And of course, I'm going to link this in the description. Rack 'em up, fact 'em up, Crap Gamer 'em up. Thanks for watching. Crap Gamer out.